Live on the tube. And it says we are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? We got audio, we got video. Are we good? Let me know down below. 570 Bassin. Daniel, what's up, man? We got audio, we got video. All good. What's going on, Bill? We're good? Cool. Man, it's been like forever. Glad to see you guys and gals. I can't even remember how long it's been since we did a live stream. I guess it's been a long time since we did one on Sunday. But after the last one that I did, it's kind of debating when to do them again or start them back up. And I figured, you know what? Today is the day. So I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you guys are excited to have it back as well. Anyone just tuning in for the first time, we never have any topics to these. We just kind of get on, hang out, pass the time. You guys talk amongst yourselves and all that. Really here just hanging out, catching up, really, just getting to know each other. There's never really any topics. Every once in a while, I will have somebody on with me, but for the most part, we're just hanging out, talking, fishing, tackle, whatever. So first off, let me know down below how the weather is in your area. Are you fishing yet? What's kind of going on there? I believe we finally completely thawed yesterday, and I probably could have fished today. But I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't expect this nice of weather this soon. This coming week is like mid 50s. Some days are in the 60s. It does drop again the following week, but I don't know, man. What's that whole, what do they call them? Not a warthog. I don't know why that came to mind. What they call it, like he sees his shadow or not? What do they call that? I cannot think of that for nothing. Anyways, I don't believe he's seen his shadow or whatever the deal is with that. So I believe spring is coming earlier. What did I say? Warthog? Groundhog. That's what it is. But it would be nice if we go right into spring. Very unusual, but I'll take it for sure. Yep, Groundhog Day. That's it. Yeah, not Warthog Day. Yep. But yeah, weather's definitely changing. And like I said, I didn't expect it to get this nice this early. Last couple of days, I've been doing maintenance on my outboard, getting that all ready. My old lady's cleaning up the carpets tomorrow, and the boat will be ready to roll. I'll just throw some tackle together, get everything kind of all organized, and I'll be ready to hit the water. So I'm thinking I'll be on the water probably a month earlier than normal, which is really cool. So kind of let me know down below what's going on in your area. I make sure you guys stay on to the end of the stream because I got a little Yum and Jean LaRue bag for somebody. Stay on to the end of the stream, and we'll do a little giveaway for somebody. Take a little roll call here. We got 41 people on. That is awesome. Be sure to smash the thumbs up. That keeps the chat rolling. Really do appreciate that. Dave, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Scott, Daniel, man, appreciate that, man. You always leave that that flex as a comment on all my videos, man. I truly appreciate that. And guys, if you want to just do that, I always tell you guys, the interaction between us is kind of what keeps the videos rolling, or it gives them traction. And Daniel always gives me that flex in the comments. Man, you don't even have to say anything, but just leaving a comment really helps the video out. Thumbs up and all that. It's great. Lauren, my dude, man, been a while. What's going on, Lisa? Bass with Big Malone. What's up, buddy? Scott, Dave. Mad Matt, what's going on, buddy? You're not too far from me, man. How's your weather? My beautiful wife. What's going on, Jerry? Grimy Fishing. What's up, buddy? What's going on, Russ? Sunday night, back where you belong. I kind of felt like Sunday kind of was our thing, I never should have quit doing Sundays, but I'm glad we're back. And speaking of Sundays, I mean, me and my wife are going to do something different this year because you guys know I fish the same lakes all the time. they're really starting to suck, or I'm starting to suck even more. I don't really know what the deal is there, but I'm not catching them that great. And I'm sick of fishing the same water. So I think on Sundays, the plan at least is to just let's hop in the truck Sunday morning and go find some new water. So we'll continue to do these on Sunday. I'm not sure on time and all that, but as far as us doing those kind of videos, that'll be like probably a few months down the road. So we're safe for a while. We'll just have to figure out a time when fishing really kicks off. If we want to, I would rather stay on Sundays. I think everyone's kind of excited about the Sunday verse through the week. I think it's easier to watch and all that for everyone. So we'll stick with Sunday. We'll just kind of maybe the time will fluctuate a bit. How about that? Douglas, my dude, what's up, buddy? 570 Bassin. Mike, Bill, Joseph, what's up, buddy? Bottom Line Outdoors. What's going on, Kyle? Lucas. What's going on, Jason? Good to see you, buddy. T and Bassmaster. Trevor. What's going on, buddy? Rained all day and tornado touchdown in town this evening. No kidding. Raining in Mississippi. Arkansas, gorgeous. Finally feeling like my channel membership is doing something. You're a busy man, and we love you, man. I do appreciate you, buddy, sticking with me on the memberships. That's something I never really advertise. I really don't want you guys to do that, to be honest with you. But some of you guys do want to support the channel, so that is one way to do it. Best way to do it is just to watch the videos, leave some comments and all that. But if you guys want to be a member, that is greatly appreciated. Yep, beautiful today for sure. Yeah, old warthog day. Bait wall. Yeah, I got this part done, and then I kind of just stopped. I got a lot of spinner baits I want to hang up and things like that. And then you can kind of see a lot of stuff is bunched up here. I didn't leave enough pegs, so I got to move stuff around. So I was like, heck with it. I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, I do need to finish that up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It doesn't matter. It could be about fishing, personal life, whatever. Douglas scored a sweet deal on the Kuma TCS rod for $118. No kidding. I think what's retail on them, $145 or maybe $150 or so. That's a pretty good deal. I just ordered a few of the X series actually last week. Ordered a couple more crank rods, and I had some medium heavy X series from last season, so I ordered a couple of. Believe it or not, I ordered a couple spinning rods, and I ordered a couple of the heavy power for some jig fishing. Yeah, Mike, I'm ready, man. Daniel's here. Finally bit the bullet and bought a new boat. I'm so pumped for good weather. Awesome, man. Congrats on the new boat. What kind did you get, bud? Jimbo. This is my son here. He's a big gamer. He's in the room next door over here. If you guys yourself or your kids are into gaming, give him a follow for sure. Vin, do you want to come in here and shout yourself out, man?
Howdy, everybody.
There he is. The gamer. Go check him out, man.
Slippery Jimbo.
Slippery Jimbo. Do you want to tell him how you came up with that name?
Well,
I don't know if they can hear you. You want to explain it to them? Tell them how much thought you put into this name.
Well, I guess you could say I was a fan of Better Call Saul, so I didn't want it to be Slippin' Jimmy. And my friends on the game always call me Jimbo, so I came up with Slippery Jimbo. That pretty much sums it up. It's not very creative, but it is what it is. Anyways, have a good stream, Mr. Tackle Junkie.
All right, buddy. I always give him crap about his name. I told him at work. He works with me, and I guess he's got some back issues going on, so he's kind of like wobbling. I said, "Why don't you change your name to Wobbles? That's a little more fitting than Slippery Jimbo." Trey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Anyone needing reels clean, that's your guy right there. Hit him up on Facebook, Instagram. Good dude right there. Knows his stuff. Limpin' Fisherman, what's up? Appreciate you, Daniel. Hank, good to see you, buddy. Mike. Nick, first fish of the year up in the creek, 3.5 pounder. That's a good way to start it off, man. Did some organizing post Christmas of all the new tackle. Something else I'm doing too. Every single month, I just ordered one for February. I'm gonna do like $100 or $150 order at Tackle Warehouse, and I'm trying to get new things I wouldn't normally fish, or just new releases and all that. So if there's new things that are coming out that you guys want a video on, you guys can message me, email me, whatever you want to do. I'll be sure to pick up new stuff every month for videos. Last year, kind of what I did on a lot of that stuff, I hate paying full price for anything. So like a new bait would come out, I'd be waiting for a sale or waiting for somebody else to get it or whatever the case may be. Then I'd miss it, or, it's too late, nobody cares about it or whatever. So this time around, I'm just ordering something every single month, getting the new stuff and shooting some videos on it. What's going on, Jeffrey? Dad's Fishing Adventures. What's up, bud? Chris. Old Bass Geek's in the house, buddy. Man, I didn't know they didn't have snow till May up there. Where's that? Here? You're finding somebody else. Make sure you guys go check out my dude Bass Geek and Debo for sure. I don't even think as far as us snow, I don't think we got. Put it this way, I shoveled one time this year, and I probably didn't even need to. I bet we didn't get maybe an inch or two of snow. Not complaining about that though. Iceman. Steve, what's up, buddy? Hey, TJ, how did you manage your tackle, and how do you manage your tackle and not try to put everything on the boat? Not that you could fit it all. Man, that's a great question. I do try to fit a lot. I keep extra in my truck, but probably with me, I think my biggest problem, and I'm trying to work on that this year, is I fish mainly my confidence stuff, which is square bills. I probably bring like 10 boxes of those, and I forget everything else. So I'm trying to branch out more this year, do different techniques and all that. But I'm mainly a power fisherman. Love crankbaits, love spinner baits, chatter baits, things like that. So I bring a lot of that kind of stuff, and a lot of the more finesse type stuff. And I don't really bring that kind of that much stuff with me as far as that kind of stuff goes. More finesse type stuff. So I can fit a lot of my power fishing baits. Really, the whole boat is full of like power fishing, but I will have to trim some of that down if I'm going to fit a nice variety this year. But I do have some other videos planned for that kind of stuff, which we'll get into that as the season gets rolling here. Definitely a great question, though. Upper 40s. Jason always use KVD 2.5 crankbaits. I know you love crankbaits. What would you recommend for me to try out instead of KVDs? One of my go-tos, a little bit smaller. If you like the 2.5, you guys know the Bomber Square A, one of my go-tos. But that's more of a 1.0 size. I'm going to say, I'm trying to think of the name of it. I might have some. It's right here, actually. I don't remember the name of it. This one right here, I do believe they have this one in a few different sizes. They might have a 2.5 size. I know they have a smaller one. And dang it, do they not have the name on it? This is the Bill Lewis. You know what? I think it's called ATV. This one here, I really liked. Try that one out there, ATV. But I mean, it is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard to beat that 1.5 KVD. You liking the 2.5, but that KVD crankbait, man, it's killer. But for the smaller size, I definitely like the Square A. This is a great option right here as well. I love Spro too. The Fat Johns. I think they got the 50, the 60. Those are some good ones. Bit more pricey. TM Bassmaster. Is it just me? Or is that yum wall grow each time I look at it? Definitely a lot of yum up there. When I ordered it all, I didn't think it was really that much. I started hanging it up. I was like, man, that's a lot of red. Lucas, Sunday is a great time. No conflict with other streams. Good wind down. A good wind down to get ready for the week ahead. Right on, buddy. Yeah, right on, man. It's funny. I probably have 30 plus or more different square bills on my boat. But it's like I never like to switch until maybe I start catching them. It's like I just have confidence in those few, and maybe when I'm catching them, then I'll kind of work, try something different. But it's like I stick with those until I catch fish. But again, like I always come back to, that's why I don't catch many fish. I would be a terrible tournament fisherman because I fish how I want to fish, not how I should fish. I would be the worst tournament fisherman. What's going on, Charles? Can't complain, man. I got to work yesterday, and then today I did a little outboard maintenance. Shot a video on some of that. Going to get off here by 7:30, eat some dinner, and we started watching Reacher. I think it's Jack Reacher or just Reacher last night. Watched a couple episodes. I tell you, that's a pretty good show. I've been thinking about watching that for a while now, and we finally started it last night, and it's really, really good. What's going on, son? Joseph, I think you already covered this. However, why the change in baits you're hanging on the wall? Just changing it up. You guys know I've always used Yum for years, and I still use Biospawn. It's over there behind you guys. Just changing things up. New look. New year, new look. I'm not sponsored by Yum. I do work with LureNet, which I get my Yum over there, but I'm not actually affiliated with Yum. Just a bait or a brand that I've used for years. And something else I really wanted up here too. Yum is like, it's a great brand, great bait. They have all the variety and it's very inexpensive. So I just wanted something up here that I could recommend to you guys. It was very affordable. And let's say I wanted to do a rigging video, whether on stream or whatever. I know that style of bait is hanging up behind me. I don't have to go look for a certain craw or a worm, swim bait, whatever. I know it's back here somewhere. What's going on, buddy? Wilton in the house. You about to get me again? Cha-ching. Guy likes to buy everything I put on these videos. That's why, though, when I do a review, let me put it to you guys like this way. When I only really review or talk about bait that I like. Baits that I don't like at all or equipment or whatever, I never do a review on them. So pretty much anything you guys see is stuff that I like. All the stuff that I don't like, I don't bother doing a review on. Dad's Fishing Adventures. I was supposed to have a meeting with them mid-December, and I reached out to them beforehand, and I chose not to renew my contract. So I did not sign back up with Carl's. And I don't really want to, I'm not knocking Carl's at all. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. But I had a great relationship with Mystery Tackle Box and Carl's for many years. Guys, I started working with Mystery Tackle Box when I had 800 subs. 10, 11 years I've been working with them, and that kind of transitioned over to Carl's. Great guys over there, and I truly appreciate the long relationship we had together. But again, I'm not ripping on anybody. It's nothing against them, as that's what they like or whatever. But as far as the site goes itself and the boxes, it's just like there was just too much of one brand, and I have nothing against Guggen at all. All right, but to start with the boxes, you were starting to see Guggen like every single box. That's not really what I signed up for. And when I go to Carl's itself, I almost felt like I was going to like Guggen Squad, like all the new release stuff, just the pictures on the website. It was all about Guggen. And again, I have nothing against the brand itself. It just, again, not really what I signed up for. So again, I chose to leave Carl's before we had, or I guess before it was time to sign the contract. I just chose to leave. G3 Sportsman, awesome, man. It's a good brand. Good deal, buddy. Congrats. That new Shimano SLX DC XT is just outstanding, worth every penny. For sure, man. I'm going to pick up, I believe it's tomorrow on Tackle Warehouse. I think it was February 5th. The SLX, 70 MGL is released. I might pick that one up. Do you do any kayak bassin? And if so, what rods do you use brand models wise? I do not. I'm not a kayak guy. I did pick up a Pelican. It's like a little like plastic pontoon boat, but I don't do any kayak fishing, so I really can't speak on what rods and all that you should have. 90 horsepower, man. There you go. That'll move it along for sure. Yeah, it's kind of funny, dude. Well, it's not funny. I don't want to see anybody go bankrupt, but I did see that a couple weeks ago. So apparently, I guess I got out at a good time. Mr. Clean, what's up, buddy? Mr. Clean, happy Sunday to you, my man. That was a fantastic deal you were offering up on those rods, which I could have got some of them. 5 rods for 50 each. Super deal. Yeah, I sold those right away, buddy. So I'm out of rods for sale as we speak. I got nothing else that I'm selling, but that'll come up again. I'm sure next year I'll sell some more. But I always get more rods coming in, and I was like, I guess I got to buy another rack. I thought to myself, well, it's kind of dumb. I'll just sell a bunch of rods instead of keep buying racks. But yeah, it's a pretty good deal. $50 a rod. I mean, some of those rods are like $180 a piece. So whoever got that deal got a pretty killer deal. And like I said in that video, I think the one tube to ship it, the one tube alone was like $79. So I didn't walk away with much money there, and all those rods are basically new. So it was definitely a good deal. Any techniques I want to try this year, man? Mainly finesse stuff, just because this Big Mike, I'm just sick of him whipping me, and and there's been time after time we're going down the same stretch, right? And I'm cranking or doing what I do, and dude's back there picking his butt or whatever he's doing, throwing that scooshy bug or shaky head or just finesse fishing and whipping me every time. So I've seen it enough to where I know this year I'm still going to have all my reaction type baits out, but I'm also going to have some finesse baits as well. I've seen it enough. I know I need to change things up. Not that I really want to. Again, it's not my style, but last year I just did not catch that many fish at all, and it was because of how I was fishing. So definitely got to change it up. Want to do some more finesse. I love throwing a shaky head. Don't do it near enough, but we're gonna definitely switch it up for sure. More finesse fishing. Like Better Call Saul. Yeah, and he was all right. It was kind of cool seeing. Now who was it? Skyler wasn't there, but I guess it was Hank's wife. She was there in the courtroom and all that. It was all right. It seemed kind of like they just drug that series out too long. But I always call it Walt. Breaking Bad. That was one of the best shows I ever seen. Jesse, I'm going to learn on the swim jig this year. Just picked up a bunch of lifted jigs for $3. There you go. What's going on, Tom? How you doing, buddy? Oh, did I miss a comment here? Whose birthday is it? Don't know who it was, but happy birthday. What's going on, Bass Hole? Right on time. Appreciate it, buddy. Careful driving home. Yeah, dude, we hardly got any snow, man. Just basically a light dusting. I think I was really the only one that shoveled on my street, and the next day I think it was pretty much melted. So we really didn't even have to shovel. Now we got a ton of rain, which if it would have been colder, obviously that would have been snow. But yeah, not really much snow at all. That's why I'm kind of like, is it really over? And we've never really had warmer weather this soon. So I mean, we might come back. It might come back around. I don't know. Hoping that it doesn't. We go to well, we started going to Memphis every year, and the last 2 years we went. I guess it was the second week of February. It's right around my son's birthday, Big Mike. And both times we got down there and there was an ice storm and it was like super cold. And we're staying at the Bass Pro of the Pyramid. So it really feels like you're just kind of like trapped there and all that. So we made the reservations this year, same time. We're going next week. And I look down there, it's like almost 60 degrees. So it's going to be cool and all, but it's not going to feel the same. You're not going to feel like you're trapped in the store and you can't go anywhere. So definitely weather has changed this year. Okuma versus Daiwa bait casting reel would depend on the Daiwa, but for the most part, I'd probably go Daiwa. That Hakai, great reel for lighter baits, great casting reel. But Daiwa, if you're talking like, Zillion, reels of that caliber, obviously I'm going to go Daiwa. But if you're talking like the Tatula versus um, the Hakai, I mean, they're pretty similar there. I'd probably go with like the Hakai for lighter baits. It really depends what you're going to do, with the reel there. But if you're going to pair like the Hakai to like a Zillion, I'm going Zillion all day. What I really like about Okuma though, or what I guess what really turned me onto the brand is the rods. TCS still one of my favorite to this day. Love the softer actions on those rods. And now they came out with the X series rods. Those are super nice as well. Very sensitive, more of a faster action, where the TCS is a bit on the slow side. When is the next Watts video? I worked with him not too long ago. I don't know. We ain't fished together. I don't know if we fished together really all last year. It's been a while. We need to though. He's a character. Jerry, have you installed a keel guard on your boat? If so, your thoughts? I have, and I have a video on it. And put it this way: taking it off is a much bigger job than putting it on. I'm like really like OCD and all that, so I put it on and it wasn't like completely straight. Anyone else would probably look at it though and wouldn't even notice it, but I knew it wasn't like dead straight. It drove me crazy. So I had to tear it off and put a new one on. Taking it off, like I said, is way worse. But once it's on there, I love it. And it's nice to pull up to, you know, edge of docks or concrete or whatever and not scuff up your boat. Like this one lake that I go to, it's kind of nice. The dock's kind of low. When I'm coming in, I just ride the boat right up on the dock and rest it there. I'm not scuffing anything up just because, that's that keel shield's on there. But yeah, I got a video on it. Check it out. And I tell you too, the way that I laid it out is very good. I'm not going to try and explain it in this video here, but a lot of guys just kind of hold it up and try to get a tape line, which is uneven and you don't really know where the heck it's at. Doing what I did, I think is a smart way to do it, to get it nice and center. The way you know where your line is as far as what you're sanding, so it adheres to it. What's going on, Lindsay? Reacher is killer. Can't spoil it for you. Try Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah, I seen that one the other night too. That was a movie, wasn't it? That was like what, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt or something like that. Just want to say that you have an amazing bait collection. It's definitely accumulated over the years. Yeah, he's a big boy, man. I thought I read somewhere that, I mean, he's a pretty big dude in the first season, but I thought they said he had to gain like what 30 pounds for the second season. But you can tell because his head's like a block, you know. But so far, yeah, I've only watched a couple episodes. We're gonna watch a couple more tonight, and I'm loving it, dude. Andy, I have not tried the Nomad design baits. Anyone try the Berkeley dime crank? I have not. See, Reacher is a good show. The prison scene is filmed inside Kingston Penitentiary, where I used to work until it was closed. No kidding. That's cool. Which fluorocarbon line brand do you recommend? I use Cigar. I've been using Cigar for years. To be honest with you guys, I don't have a ton of experience with different brands fluorocarbon. I used I don't remember what I used before Bass Pro, and then I went all in on Bass Pro fluorocarbon. Used that for many years, and then I just got a bad batch. There was a lot of like not really line impressions on the line, or just sections where you kind of felt nothing but like line impressions. I guess you could call it that. So I ended up returning that big batch I bought of it. And at that time, Bass Pro said Cigar was ranked #1. Went with Cigar then, and I've never really tried anything else since then. That's been like, could have been 15 years ago, but I've never had any issues with the line. Never had any reasons to really try anything else. Completely satisfied with Cigar. And I know there's other videos kind of explaining this. I'm not saying I don't agree with it, but at least for me, I've had better success with Invisex for moving baits. When I'm working the bottom, I do like a Brazex or Tatsu. I know there's videos saying one's got more stretch than others. Again, I like the Invisex. I feel it has more stretch than the others. Great for moving baits. It's a great all-around type fluorocarbon if you want to use it to work the bottom or moving baits or whatever. But if you want to get a little more technical with it, I like Invisex for moving baits and Brazex when I want a bit less stretch, a little more abrasion resistance, or then I'll go to the Tatsu. And I didn't get to crank with it, and I can't remember the name of it now. It was a cheaper fluorocarbon they came out with. I got it in my boat. I can't think of the name of it. I only threw spinnerbaits with it, but so far I haven't had any issues with it. A lot of you guys said it did fray pretty easy around rocks, and I didn't really fish it around rocks yet, so I really can't speak on that. But so far, just what I've used it for, so far so good. Thank you, Robert. Bottom of the line, when it comes to copyrights, how close can a bait look like something else? To be honest, man, I really have no idea. I get a kick out of a lot of the guys that rip on one company because they say they copied or whatever. I mean, whether it be you know, like a dinger, I mean, you can only make a stick bait look so many different ways. So I mean, I'm not one of those guys that rip on another company because their crankbait looks like somebody else's or whatever. I mean, they're all going to look pretty dang similar, But I really don't know how close one can look before there's an issue. Joseph, well, since you have all that yum on your wall, what would you fish if you were on a semi-clear lake with little to no cover in it? Well, all these colors and baits, they're for really they're more for muddy water fishing. Semi-clear lake with little to no cover in it. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna act like I really know. I don't fish lakes like that. I fish pretty stained and muddy water. So I'm either cranking rock, I'm pitching to a dock, I'm dragging along a stump, a lay down. I basically target fishing. So to go to a bigger body of water, clear lake, little to no cover in it, that's not my style, dude. So I'm not gonna even. I honestly do not know. When I go to, like, here's an example. Like I go to Kincaid, and that's probably a couple hours from me. One section of the lake is super clear. Well, I don't know if you guys would say I consider that super clear. Like it's pretty clear compared to what I normally fish. But I know on the north end it's pretty stained up. So when I go to a new body of water, I'm looking for stained, off-colored water, dirty water. And again, I'm target fishing, looking for rock. I'm just doing what I know. So to go to clear water with no cover in it, dude, I don't freaking know, man. I don't know. Not my style. Charles, in your opinion, do you really need a leader line or should you just throw one line? For me, it's just a I'm just a hobby fisherman. Um, I'm not a leader guy. I know a lot of guys like the braid to fluoro. That's not for me. If I want to throw again, you know what? I need to explain that a bit better. For me, I'm fishing that, getting that muddier water. So even when I finesse fish from time to time, which is very rare, but even if I'm throwing like a shaky head sometimes on braid, I run straight braid. I feel the water's so dirty, I don't see they're picking that. I don't think they're picking that up. But if you are fishing clear water and you want to do, braid for your main line on spinning gear, I would probably suggest a leader. But for my water clarity, I don't think it's necessary at all. As far as my casting setups, I would never probably I'd probably never go braid to leader. I would only consider doing that on spinning. Lucas, Yozuri Premium T7 is some great line. I've been impressed with it. That's cool. Mike TJ dropped Carls and now they're going belly up. I hope that ain't the case. I want to sell my 2023. No kidding, dude. 23 18 foot Ranger boat. You want to sell it? I'm definitely probably going to sell my Crestliner. I'm going to say into the season. I wanted to do it into last season. I just kind of ran out of time. But the few changes they made to the 24 for me are definitely worth it. So, and I told my wife too, like the lake that I go to all the time down the street here, it's like, I don't know, 15, 18 minutes away. The only reason I have that motor on that boat is for that lake, just because I don't have a lot of time running another business. So that lake is convenient, and I had to get a 50 because of horsepower restrictions. But I didn't really plan on going to that lake this year because it sucked so bad last year. That's another reason I wanted to sell that and get the 150 on there, because I wanted to go to some bigger bodies of water, like Kincaid. I want to go there more often. And when I'm going to the north end there, it'd be nice to have a bigger motor versus that 50. But like I said, I kind of ran out of time. But I kind of forgot where I was going with that. Yeah. Anyways, I probably end up selling that boat this year, into this year, and getting another Crestliner with a 150 on there. Now, if this lake down the road like really puts out this year, I'm catching a bunch of tanks, I may reconsider that. But for right now, I do want to sell it, get a 24 with a 150. What's going on, Will? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm definitely down for your garage sale next year. Right on, buddy. I probably still got a few reels I'm going to sell. I'll have to look at those. If you guys want a reel or two, hit me up. That's probably what I need to go through next. I already went through all my rods. I already went through a lot of tackle, jigs, things like that. I might unload a few reels, and that'll be about it. And then again, I'll do that next year, probably January or so. But like we kind of talked about earlier, man, like spring's like coming fast. So I want to, what I got to do? I already got the motor maintenance done. My wife's cleaning the carpet tomorrow on the boat. Then the boat will be ready. Go through reels and basically just kind of pack some tackle. And I'm not really in a huge rush to do that just because I know fishing is going to be very slow for a while still. So if I'm going out and I know I'm going to, throw jerk baits and lipless crankbaits and flat sides, I'll just make sure I got all that kind of stuff. It's organized, put it in the boat. And then by the time I go again, I'll get the next stuff ready. So I don't have to do it kind of all at once. Yeah, I talked about that earlier about the Akuma rods. The TCS is kind of what turned me on to that brand years ago, and it was the actions on those rods. I did, man. It was kind of cool to see him win on Okeechobee. Patrick, my dude, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Breaking Bad is my top show of all time. Another good one that he did, I can't remember the name of it. He was what's his name? Bryan Cranston. He was a judge. I think there's only 2 seasons of it. That was another good show though with him. What's going on, Pop? That's my dad. We got 115 people still on here. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. We got a little giveaway for you guys at the end. We got 4 packs of Yum and 2 packs of Jean LaRue. To stay on to the end of the stream, we'll pick a winner for that. I'll ship them out tomorrow. Mike said he got 8 inches of snow. No kidding. It turned to ice. Lasted 8 days. Lake froze over. That's kind of what we had here. We didn't really get any snow. We got ice. I put a picture of that on my Instagram and Facebook. But that cold snap we had, it lasted about probably 7-8 days. And that was a while. Let me actually look. That was a while ago. And we just thawed from that probably yesterday. That was on January 15th. I'm all for global warming, especially if it means Tennessee is the new Florida. Big bass. Dude, we better fish together somehow, man. This year. Seems like you got a few more days off than I have. You might have to come my way, or we're going to meet in the middle. But we are going to get on the water this year. And I'd really like, to be honest with you guys, I'd really like to see the whole forward-facing sonar deal. It would be cool to kind of see that, in person. Thanks, man. Lucas says, snow has been great here in Iowa for getting moisture in the soil for the farmers. I scooped a lot. Oh, this winter? No kidding. Pretty good snowfall by 5 inches. Kids got out sleigh riding. That's cool. New England hasn't had much snow. I got the Brat 6. I don't believe I have the Extreme. What's the difference? What are they, just bigger? What's going on, Jason? Good to see you, buddy. What spinning reel do you recommend? I've been looking at the pin stuff on Amazon. What do I have for spinning reels? I got Shimano Ultegra. That's a good one. Akuma, ITX, the C-Mars. I tell you what, Mike, my son, he beat the heck out of his C-Mars, the Akuma C-Mars. Those are, excuse me, those are around 50 or 60 bucks. Good solid reel. Love the ITXs and Spirals. Those are good. One I used for years, I think I still have some of those. Shimano Sahara. Those are around 80 bucks or so. Great option there as well. I'd say for a budget one, I'd go CMAR. If your budget's a little higher, I'd probably go Shimano Sahara. If you got a few more bucks, look at the Akuma ITX. And then what was the other one I just got? Might be the ITX Carbon. I have to look that up from Akuma. That one's a bit on the pricey side, but there's some options for you. But for the longest time, though, all I used was Shimano Sahara. Super solid reel for the price. Brian says, waiting for the thin layer of ice to come off and higher overnight temps here in Ohio. Yeah, like I said, we still had some ice on the lakes yesterday, but I imagine it's all off now. We had a pretty nice day today. Mid-50s. Tomorrow's 53. Yeah, we got 64 this coming Friday. But then it drops back down to like the following Friday, 39, 26. So we're not completely out of winter, but I'd say we're pretty dang close. Thank you, Tim. Mad Matt, my dude, what's going on, buddy? Sorry for the late response on the weather. Was eating dinner and watching on the big screen. That's cool. Weather has been pretty wild here. Go from warm to cold to snow to heavy rain to 50 degrees and sun. Go figure, man. Only in the Midwest, right? But had some buddies still out on the boat in January slaying the bass on Kitech swim baits. Still pretty crazy. Still on the boat in January. No kidding, dude. Another good Fluorocarbon here, Patrick says, is P-Line Tactical. Tatsu and V2. Cigar grade, Sunline, P-Line equivalent to. Lucas, question, are some of your favorite Yum baits and uses? I mostly use the Christy Craw as a trailer. Favorite ones, I tell you what, my go-to years ago was the Yum Tube. I got videos on that from probably, could have been 10, 12 years ago. Yum Tube, one of my favorites. And at that time, I want to say it was LPT. That was the scent they were using back then. I think it was Live Prey Technology. That one there, me and Mike got a ton of videos. Not a ton of videos, but some good videos. Money Craw, that's a great one there. Craw Pappy, I got to tell you a story about that one. Craw Pappy is one of my go-tos as well. It was probably 10. It was probably one of the first trips I had out with my tracker. That was probably 10, 11 years ago. And I was throwing, at that time, it was a Chompers football jig. It was 5/8 of an ounce. And I was fishing super shallow in front of the grass, 5/8 ounce football jig. And the 3 3/4, I think it's what it is, 3 3/4 Craw Pappy. Yeah, no, 3 1/4 Craw Pappy. And I was dragging in front of that grass. Dude, I hooked a freaking beast, man. I thought I had like lake record. Dude, it was a carp. It was like a 10, 12-pound carp. But anyways, yeah, that's one of my go-tos there. I'm going to say one of my new favorites, though, is probably the Spine Craw. Spine Craw, that's a good one there. That's a great, I use this one a lot as a buzzbait trailer. Great for a swim jig trailer. Big Mike put a stop. I guess he did. We went to Bass Pro right after he was starting to make his videos. We went to Bass Pro and he bought a bunch of tackle. I think it was a bunch of lipless. He was trying to, every time he goes, spend some money on certain styles to build up his collection. And he bought a bunch of lipless crankbaits, and then he never did the video. And I give him crap all the time. I told him, I said, every time you do videos, I give you a shout out, kind of gives you a little boost. You build your channel up. I said, and then you stop making videos, making me look like a fool. I said, now I said, I'm going to give you a shout out. I'm going to tell everybody to unsub to your channel. Yeah, Douglas, that's it. Basics. The basics from Cigar. That's a good one. At least for what I've used it for so far. I like it. Can't go wrong with Cigar, Sunline, P-Line, K9. I think Basket, I think he uses a K9, don't he? Sadly, the more you pay, the more quality. Sunline flipping, dual color is amazing for flipping. You're going to test out the new seven reels? I'm not sure I even heard of those. What's the one I do want to try out? I need to put that on my list. Because I do want to grab the new MGL 70 with the SLX. I think it comes out tomorrow. I want to grab that one. But what's that other company? It's like a solid piece of aluminum. Is it Bates? Bates? I want to try that. Have any of you guys tried those reels? Yeah, you like that clear water, man. I can't hang with you, dude. You and your 60-foot deep top water bite. That still blows my mind, man, every time I think about it. I can't get a top water bite in 5 foot dirty water. You're calling them up from 60 feet. Obaski says it has to be 30% different to get around a patent. Bryce, what's going on, buddy? Dude, didn't you quit your YouTube channel too? I haven't seen you or Mike post videos. Give you both a shout out, and you both quit. Don't be a quitter, man. Get your videos going. Bass Geek will be at the Classic. Very cool. Patrick will be at the Classic as well. I'll be working. The tackle wall is the inspiration for my tackle area. Right on, dude. I grabbed some of the pulse as well. That's the bigger bags there. Haven't used those. I've been using the Scottsboro ones. The Scottsboro burrow. I got some. I can't see those hanging over there, but I have not used the pulse ones yet. Patrick has a good little swim bait. How would you compare that to the Scottsboro ones? A little more subtle. I'd imagine they probably would be. Need to try the pulse. TJ, you need to go to the East Tennessee Fishing Show next year. Have almost as much tackle as you. That's great. Really, Basket, I thought you didn't you talk about it? Us getting a booth there, and then we never talked about it anymore. We ought to try that next year. You never know. It might end up being like a real cold week. I might be off. But I thought we talked about that, getting a booth and bringing a bunch of old rods, trying to sell things like that. It'd be fun though. You'll post one. You better get on it, dude. 80-foot deep smallies. Crazy. Oh, the 7 reels are owned by St. Croix. That's cool. Oh man, we got a little teaser here. I'm about to send you some custom color Yum Pulse swim baits in a few weeks. A little teaser for you for the new Banking Creek March kit. Right on, dude. All right, we're caught up in comments here. So I got 108 people on, which is awesome. We'll stay on for another 7-8 minutes, but I want to do a little giveaway. We got 4 packs of Yum here, a couple packs of Jean LaRue. A little variety for you guys. See if we can figure out how to do the giveaway thing. It's been a while, so what do we got to do here? Nope, that ain't it. That is not it. I think we have to go to here, share screen. Okay, all you have to do is hashtag SNL to be entered. Hashtag SNL. Run a little giveaway, then we'll go ahead and hop off here. And guys, I might do these weekly, but I already know next Sunday I cannot do it. It's Big Mike's birthday. I'm sure we'll be doing something with him, but I'm sure you guys can bank on the following week. So for now, we'll do every other, but we may go to weekly depending how the Sundays look. And as long as I get all my work done on Saturday, I'm off Sunday, so I don't see an issue. And like I said, once fishing gets rolling, I'll probably be fishing, Sunday evening. So we'll figure out a time then. But for now, I think we will go to every other. And again, we may go to weekly, but we'll stick on Sunday. And let me know on time. Was this time work? 6:30 to 7:30. I can push it a little bit later, but I figured this way it's early enough for everyone to join and all that. So here, Pulse is more subtle, has less roll than the Scottsboro. I like them a lot when I am fishing skinny water and need a less active swim bait. Gotcha. Yeah, that tail looked pretty thin on the Pulse, so I figured it had a little bit less action. Jim, I know you were upset that you couldn't do your first ice fishing video this year, but you and I can meet up and make it next year. Dude, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing some ice fishing, but yeah, I don't think we had. Well, I guess we would have had safe ice for that week that it froze, but it would have been pretty sketchy after that. But I'm hoping we're done with it, man. Never heard of Gene LaRue, man? Biffle bug? You never heard of the biffle bug? What did I even grab here? I grabbed, these are the rattling crawlers. A couple packs of those. We got some Yum tubes. We got a couple packs of dingers. And we have some craw pappies. That's what we got there. I'm sure you heard of the biffle bug. Tommy Biffle? What we got here? 56 entries, 108 people. Only 56 people want to enter. I work every third Sunday, so I'll tune in as much as I can, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Time is good, or hour or half hour later. Good for me. Gotcha. Cool. Yep. Old Tommy Biffle, man. Swing head, Biffle bug. We got 60 entries. We'll go ahead and let it go for a couple more minutes. Then we'll pick a winner. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm sure you guys seen some of my older videos. I like the junior Biffle bug as a trailer for my buzzbaits. Biffle head instead of a crankbait. That's something I do want to try more. I don't really have a new lake to go, like a brand new lake. Like I do want to fish Kincaid more. I do want to fish Coffeen more. They're lakes that I fished in the past. I want to fish more. As far as a brand new lake, I will say, I guess it was maybe 2 weeks ago, we went to Shields in Springfield, Illinois, and we passed over, I guess it's Lake Springfield or Springfield Lake, and it was frozen, obviously, but it looked pretty dang killer. So I did some research on it. It's a pretty big body of water. It's not too far from me. It's a nice drive. So I would say that lake is one I'm excited to go to. That would be one that I've never fished before. But I would love to go back to Coffeen more. They got muskies there. I'd love to catch my first muskie and go to, like I said, Coffeen more. Or did I say Coffeen twice? Go back to Kincaid more and Coffeen. A flippin' blue. Flippin'. Oh wait, no, I got flippin', dude. I probably actually got it. Flippin' biffle bug, boy. Got it right there. Hard head. I've tried it. One of my go-tos. Adrenaline crawl, that is another good one for sure. Yeah, I've put different handles on before. Pretty simple. You know, that's probably a video I'll make. I got some different Daiwa rods in. I might do a video on that coming up. I got bearings for the Tatula 80. I'll probably shoot that video here soon. We'll do a little video on that. You know what I might do too? I've been wanting to review the Corrado 70. Might do that as well. So that might be a few videos you guys look forward to in the next week or so. I did shoot a video today on some motor maintenance. So you guys might see that on Wednesday. I'm just wondering how come you don't have a lot more subscribers. Something must be wrong with YouTube algorithms and your channel. Please follow up with them. Thank you. I don't know, dude. I mean, I know for one, you got to be more consistent. Bass Geek right here is a great example of that because I had way more subs than him at one time. Dude started pumping out 3 and 4 videos. I know he got real active on TikTok and all that, and he was telling me the growth he was getting. I just didn't have time to do all those shorts and the videos and all that. But you can see when you put out more content, you can grow much faster. And dude's already at like 75,000 subs now. So that's definitely an issue that I have. I just don't have the time to put out more videos and do the shorts and all that. Wish I did, but it is what it is. You know, I don't mind growing, you know, slow and steady. I'll get there eventually. I don't care how long it takes. I ain't quitting until I get one of them 100,000 subscriber plaques. So might be a while, but I'll get it eventually. And you know, too, I just need to, no matter what, like probably last year, it probably didn't even look like that I fished all that much, but I probably fished probably still 2 or 3 days a week, but fishing was just so bad that I didn't really have a ton of content to post. So what I'm going to do more this year, or more focus more on, is the gear. I got a bunch of new reels. I'm picking up a bunch more new reels. So what I'm going to do is just kind of like go out and fish whatever it may be. If fishing just sucked, then I'm going to do a video on the reel, whether it be first impressions, whether it be a review or whatever. And I was thinking before, if I'm going to do a video on a reel, I want to be able to talk about the drag and all that. But you know what? I don't got to catch fish to tell you that the drag is good. I mean, reels these days are built pretty dang solid. So I think you guys are probably more concerned about, setting the reel up, how user friendly it is. Did I like the braking system? Is it a caster? How light will it cast? Things like that. So I'm gonna go out even first time this year, probably throw a jerk bait. If I don't catch a fish, we'll talk about the gear that I was using for the jerk bait and what reel and blah blah, things like that. So I'm just going to try to always have new reels with me or something different to talk about other than the fish catches. And if the fish cooperate, then we'll have even more to talk about. So that's kind of my plan going into this year, is just use more and different equipment to be able to talk about that as well. And I kept looking back on videos and posts and all that. And the lake that I used to fish, or I still fish, but I used to fish a lot years ago, that's down the road from me. Man, I used to catch tank after tank. But if you have been around a while, like 8, 10 years ago, a lot of what you've seen in my videos was more pictures of fish versus actual video of me catching them. And the cameras, dude, I love recording, but it's like when the camera's on, I feel like I'm super rushed, and it's like I'm just trying to make a video out of whatever. I just need to forget the cameras are there, just fish, and just kind of see what happens. So I'm not really going out with a game plan as far as fishing goes every time I go out. I'm going to make sure I pack the different gear, different reels, and all that, so I can talk about that stuff. And I'm just going to fish. So I know I have something I can shoot at the end of the day as far as gear goes. And if I can catch fish, great. If not, that's great too. But I'm just going to tackle it differently, not so much to worry about a game plan for a fishing video, just fish and talk about the gear. And like I said, hopefully the fish cooperate, if that makes sense to you guys. The Evo chatterbait, I ordered 6 of those the other day. Ordered some more of the chatter spikes. I said that earlier in the video. I'm going to make like $100 to $150 order every single month from Tackle Warehouse. Going to try and get new baits as they come out so I can talk about them. Last year, my problem was that I would wait for certain people to get the baits or whatever the case may be. Then they'd be old by the time I got them, and then I forgot about them, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try and get baits as they come out so I can do videos right away on them. So if you guys want me to try new baits out, or you want a review on a bait, or you want to see a bait, get a hold of me every month, and I'll start making a list. And then every month I'll make that order. We'll do the unboxing so everyone can see everything. Then we'll take them out on the water and talk about them as well. But yeah, I did order like 6 of those chatterbaits. Upgrading to the 100 millimeter. Go Maxes, yeah, those are some ones that I used to. Those are good. I think I'm going to break down and buy a BFS rod and reel setup. I've been fighting it, but about to start shooting some videos, content, and need to incorporate that into the mix. Yeah, I picked up a few of them last year. Haven't used them yet, but I'll definitely break them out this year. That's actually what I'm getting Big Mike for his birthday. He wants the SLX BFS. So I hopefully order I thought it was available in February as well. I want to pick up the 70 Metanium DC. And when I pick that up, hopefully this week, if it's available, I'm going to grab that BFS reel for him and grab him a rod, but that'll be his combo for his birthday. I end up selling, had a couple of the pro, or I guess it's the elite TIs from Lose. And I ended up selling one of those because I seen the Metanium DC coming out. So sold that one to get the Metanium. What cooler do you use on the boat while you're fishing all day? Angle coolers. I think it's like a 25 quart, kind of like a Yeti type cooler. I use those, and I use Plano. Plano's got coolers too. Plano's probably the ones that I've been using the last couple years, and then before that I used Angle. Believe it or not, man, I do not. I do not have a Yeti cooler. Do not. Big wants he wants a new knife. I'm sure he does. Yeah, the one reason that I was leaning towards the SLX myself, because the few that I got, they're real fast. They're like in the 8 speed, 9 speed, something like that. And the SLX, I think it had a 6 speed available. So I'm going to get that for Big Mike, and I might even grab one for myself too. You just never know. All right, I guess we should go ahead and pick the winner here, and I'm sure the old lady's probably got dinner about done as well. So let's pick a winner here, man. I appreciate you guys. 110 people still on here, hour and 6 minutes in. You guys are awesome. Scooshy Bugs, he did come down here and steal a few more of those from me the other day, trying to build up a stash. I didn't give them all of them. All right, let's go ahead and grab a winner here. Giveaway tool. Here we go. We have 78 entries for 6 packs of baits, 4 Yum, 2 Jean LaRue, and the winner is David. You are the winner, man. I don't want to butcher your last name. David, you are the winner. There he is. All right, David. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or the email is in description. I should get them shipped out. Should be able to get them out tomorrow. So hit me up, and we'll get them shipped out, man. And guys, that should wrap it up. I'm going to grab some dinner and watch Reacher. You were talking about that earlier, man. Really liking that show. Looking forward to it. Anyways, guys, I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you guys are glad to see me back. And we'll just keep on rolling with Sunday. Like I said, the time may vary as fishing picks up. We might move it to a bit later, but I think we'll keep it on Sundays. And like I said, we may do these weekly again, but I do know next Sunday is Big Mike's birthday, so I'll take off next Sunday, but I'll be back the following. And guys, that'll wrap it up, man. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. If you enjoyed the stream, smash the thumbs up. And we'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.